G4TV is officially dead, less than a year after their relaunch, and only about 9 or 10 months after they let Frosk torpedo their company with her sexism in gaming rant, when she attacked their audience. And then some people at the company had her back. Some executives at G4TV had her back. It looks like that wasn't the best strategy going forward. And even the damage control they tried to do was too little, too late. Comcast has pulled the plug on G4TV, ending comeback try for gamer-focused network. And this article by Deadline is the way that a lot of people found out they lost their jobs. In typical G4 fashion, the employees there were not even informed of what was going on. They just find out by some tweets that they've lost their jobs. Pathetic from start to finish for G4. And I really do feel for the people there that don't share the sentiments of people like Frosk. For people there that just wanted to do their jobs and just wanted to entertain people. That now this is the way it ends for them, without even a phone call, without an email, without anything. They find out via a tweet that this company has been shut down. But let's take a look. Exclusive. Comcast Spectacor Division's pulling the plug on video game-centric network G4TV, whose early incarnation in the 2000s remains a cultural touchstone for many millennials just a year after its relaunch. Well, one of the problems was this G4TV did not share a whole lot in common with what a lot of people liked before. And to be quite frank, with the internet the way it is now, and people doing Let's Plays and people doing game breakdowns and so much content out there on YouTube, when you have these big budget shows and productions that you're doing on G4, it's going to be really hard to get enough interaction to make that worth your investment. And quite clearly, it was not in this case. In a memo sent out to all employees, Spectator CEO Dave Scott explained the company's investment and efforts to revive the network just didn't gain any traction. A few dozen employees and contract workers are affected by the shutdown. Comcast said it will assist them with outplacement and consider some for internal opportunities. And we know about the chaos. We've covered the chaos since the Frost stuff, all the people that have left, all the CEOs that have been replaced and moved and so forth. But I did just want to give a shout out real quick to Peter Pischke, because over on Bleeding Fool, he wrote an article a couple weeks ago saying, hey, the end is near. It's coming soon. Doing a whole breakdown of the things that went down on the inside of G4. Big shout out to him for that. There's that article here on Bleeding Fool if you guys want to check it out. It's more relevant now than it ever has been, to be quite honest. But I wanted to get to this because this is just fucking insane and unforgivable. The fact that you can't send out an email, the fact that you can't do anything before it gets leaked to the press is so sad. Here's Warrior64. G4TV shuts down just a year after its relaunch. Gerard, the completionist. Hey, this tweet is how I found out I lost my job. How neat. Are you kidding me? That's the way that the people that have still stuck by your company, even with the mistakes you've made, they didn't jump ship like some other people did. They tried to make it work. This is how you treat them, G4. And it certainly wasn't the only one. Take a look here. Jeremy, I don't know how to say this name. Looking for a new job. Found out through a tweet that G4TV is being shut down. So that's that. No news on whether it's immediate or on a timeline. I was art director in the whole art department for Attack of the Show. Let me know if anyone needs an art director, etc. What do we have here? We have Vanessa Guerrero. So from a news article on mental health leave is how I find out. So someone who is taking time off for mental health, don't know exactly what's going on there. But that's how she finds out. Not an email, not a phone call, not a text message, nothing. On Twitter. That's how these people found out that their jobs are gone. Then you have Gina Darling, who I guess I don't know if she found out on Twitter or not, but she did start up a Twitch stream a little bit after that. She was having a very, very rough time. But there are people there. There are people at G4 who don't agree with Frosk and her bullshit, who don't agree with those rants and raves and everything like that. The company backed Frosk. Comcast, G4TV, they had Frosk's back, maybe because they thought they'd be canceled if they didn't have her back. But there are people there who don't feel that way about fans, who don't feel that way about gamers, who want to entertain people and want the audience to be happy and appreciated. Unfortunately, people like Gina Darling and people that found out this way, now they no longer have jobs. And speaking of Frosk, oh, what do we have here, Frosk? A lot of incredibly talented people just landed on the market, and she tags a bunch of the people that she worked with. Wow, incredible. Thanks, Frosk. I'm sure they really appreciate that. The fact that you destroyed this company and they were too scared to fire you, so they kept you on to the very last possible moment. A lot of people did not like what she did there. A lot of people despised her for what she did because she did torpedo this company. After just a few months back on board, that rant went viral, and that rant was how G4TV was defined for so many people, because the company had her back, because the vice president had her back, because G4TV as a company had her back, when in reality, a lot of people behind the scenes did not appreciate what she was doing. When you hire these people, when you hire these activists, they don't care about the company. They will destroy it internally. That's what Frost did. And now her little tweet about, hey, look at all these people, hey, they just lost their jobs. You are the reason they lost their jobs. Sad and pathetic, but that's what I'd expect from a person like Frosk. Adam Sessler obviously will no longer be working there either. I guess we should read the entire memo, shouldn't we? Let's read this entire memo from Dave Scott. Team, as you know, G4 was reintroduced last year to tap into the popularity of gaming. We invested to create a new G4 as an online TV destination for fans to be entertained, be inspired, and connect with gaming content. Over the past several months, we worked hard to generate that interest, but viewership is low and the network has not achieved sustainable financial results. This is certainly not what we hoped for, and as a result, we've made the very difficult decision to discontinue G4's operations effective immediately. I know it's disappointing, and I'm disappointed too. I want to thank you and everyone in the G4 team for your hard work. Our human resources division's reaching out to provide you with support, discuss other opportunities that may be available, and answer any questions you may have. Thank you again for all your hard work for G4. Sincerely, Dave Scott, Chairman and CEO, Comcast Spectacor. I'm sure that's going to be very comforting to the people that lost their jobs today. It's funny, I was talking to Christopher Flynn, who was part of old G4TV, and he said back in 2012, when they shut G4TV down for the first time, they did this big dinner. They took everybody out to, I think, Universal Studios or something like that, and said, hey, this is the plans forward. We're going to have to shut the company down, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm sure terrible to find out, but everybody's together. They're doing something for them to say thank you for all this time. What happens now? Oh, they find out via a tweet from a Deadline article that all the people there are fired. Very, very different from the old G4TV, and that's been part of the problem this entire way. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.